Today my topic is history of 100 years of classical Manipuri dancing. It's very relevant, I feel, that this 100 years, this year, 1917 to 1918, we are celebrating our Guruji, Guru Bipin Singh's birth centenary year. So I feel it is very appropriate and relevant. And today is Guru Purnima. So that's why also I feel it's a wonderful tribute to our Guru as all the disciples of Guruji all over India, in different parts of India. We are celebrating 100 years. Hence, I will be referring today, dealing more with our, means we four sisters. We four sisters, collaborative work with our Guruji, Guru Bipin Singh, for last 60 years, since 1943. All of this 60 years, it has been a wonderful journey for myself, of course in the beginning with all the sisters also. So I'll be referring more with that. And Guruji, since childhood, he will be, of course, his birth centenary is in this year. Since childhood in his Manipuri village, he was exposed to dance and music, and he used to take part in the Ras Leelas as a young Krishna, as well as he used to take part and listen in Sankirtan also. He used to learn music, dance, and learn from different gurus who were visiting his Manipuri village. So since then, and he was very, he had all exceptional talent of as a singer, as a dancer, as a teacher, as a choreographer. So since childhood, when he was 9 years old, he fled away from his house because he didn't want to study. And he went to Calcutta and he started singing. His records were there in Cellulose Gramophone Company in Calcutta in those days. And then at the age of 18 years, he went to Khandala near Bombay in Madam Manka's dance ballet and group there in Khandala. And there he was as a teacher, Manipuri dance teacher. With him, other style, gurus of other styles, means Kathak, Kathakali and Bharatnatyam. These four styles were there, classical four styles in those days. In 38, he went to Madam Manka's group. And there he had experience of different other styles also. Other gurus were there. So, and even Madam Manka inspired him to have that scholarly attitude. And she used to tell him, he was very young, to go to the library and read the books and all that. Of course, he was not that way educated. Up to 4th standard only he had studied. And then at the age of 25, he fled to Bombay again. He had that tendency in his life so many times. But in 1943, at the age of 25, he came to Bombay and he met we sisters, my two elder sisters, Naina and Ranjana, when he directed the Manipuri portion, Manipuri dance portion in K.M. Munshi's Jai Somnath dance drama, where Naina, my eldest sister, was heroine. At that time they came in contact, and then he again started, of course, teaching my two elder sisters, and then we two younger sisters, Suvarna and myself, Darshana, we joined in 47. But that was the 40s, was the time of revivalism, when Mahatma Gandhi, he inspired the young generation to revive our ancient culture. And because of Gurudev Tagore, all the art forms came on the higher pedestal. So, mainly Gujarati boys and girls, young boys and girls, they used to go to Shantiniketan to learn Manipuri and Kathakali, because only two styles were taught there. Till now in Shantiniketan they have only these two styles, Manipuri and Kathakali. Of course, now in Rabindra Nritya they include other styles also, everything, but up till now and now also only these two departments are there, Manipuri and Kathakali. And after learning from Shantiniketan, they used to come to Bombay and take part in the dance dramas, in which Guruji, Guru Bipin Singh, used to direct the Manipuri portion. We had different dance dramas like Mirabai, Amrapali, Narsainyo during 40s. INT and Bharati Vidya Bhavan, they used to arrange these programs, dance dramas. And at that time, during that time, we started learning from Guruji. Now Guruji felt that we four sisters had that natural grace of required for Manipuri, as well as we also thought that the dance being graceful, lyrical, devotional, it suited to our aptitude, our body, as well as we thought that Guruji, Guru Bipin Singh was the right guru for us, because he had that scholarly attitude, the way of teaching, and scientifically he used to teach, as well as his knowledge and his creative ability. All these attracted us, and we thought that he is the right guru for us. So we continued, daily he used to come to our house. Now our parents, my father and mother, they were very much broad-minded, my father especially, and he was himself musician, means he knew how to play harmonium or Dilruba. We don't have now Dilruba, we have sold the Dilruba, violin Dilruba used to play. And he was really great art lover, and he gave us all opportunity to learn different art forms. But we selected Manipuri because of its style and devotional aspect, and because of Guruji also. So we started learning, and he was so broad-minded, and so at our house in those days we used to have many dancers, musicians, poets, painters, literary persons. They used to visit us, we used to show them dance. Japanese artists had come. So this is our living room, and we used to keep demonstrations. We used to show Ranjana, my elder sister, in this the photo. This was in 40s. Then we used to have Pandit Omkar Nath Ji at our house. This was in 57. Guruji and we three sisters are there. Ranjana is not there because Lalna was born in 57. That's why. And now we are with Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. She was once chairman of Sangeet Natak Academy, Delhi, and head of Handicraft Board and Handloom Board, and Martha Graham, founder of Modern Dance, Astadji. Uttara, of course. So this was in early 50s or so. That's how we were really fortunate to have our parents, as well as later our brothers-in-law, my brothers-in-law. They were all very much interested, and they gave support and gave us all opportunity. Otherwise, in those days, in Gujarati families, it was not considered good, or they were not allowing, parents were not allowing their daughters to take dance as a career. So even my uncles, and they were criticizing my father, but he was very adamant and very strong, and he believed in, then he let us do, all the 4 sisters, to take up dancing as a career. So that way we were really very fortunate, and in those days then gradually, because of Guruji, we started doing, of course in 40s we did other dance dramas, but in 50s only through Manipuri dance style we did Usha in 51 and Raj Nartaki in 54. Only Manipuri dance forms, means other forms were also there, Ras Leela, Sankirtan, and Lai Haroba, and Thangta martial arts. So all these forms were used for different stories. That was in 54. Now in 56, now first in 1949, Guruji asked my 2 elder sisters, Naina and Ranjana, to go to Manipur to imbibe the very spirit of Manipuri dancing. And they stayed there for 6 months with other guru, very great guru, Guru Amubi Singh. And then in 56, we 4 sisters, we went to Manipur. We learned for 1 month the speciality of these 3 gurus, Guru Amubi Singh, Guru Atamba Singh, and Guru Amudon Sharma. So these 3 gurus were main gurus of Ras Leela. Otherwise there were many gurus. In each lane you will find gurus. But these 3 gurus, as they had contact with outside world, means outside Manipur, because Amubi Singh was with Uday Shankar in Almora, and Atamba Singh, he was with in Shantiniketan for a few years, and Guru Amudon Sharma, he was the palace, Govindji Palace, Maharaja Palace, Rajdhari. So all these 3 gurus were mainly known, otherwise there were many gurus. Now in 56, we 4 sisters, we danced before these 3 gurus, the 5 traditional Bhangi Parens, and each goes on for half an hour or so. So these are very important traditional dance compositions which any Manipuri student or dancer should know. So we in 56, we 4 learnt these dances from Guruji, Guru Bipin Singh in Bombay, and then we performed before these 3 gurus, and they were really very happy. They blessed us, they gave us certificates, and then in 1958, we were the first non-Manipuris to perform in the palace Govindji temple. This is the main palace in Manipur, in Imphal, and we 4 performed there, and then in Imphal in the theatre, in MDU theatre. So I feel, personally I feel that after performing in Govindji temple, our real career started as performers. And since then, we performed in different Manipuri villages in Assam, and then of course all over India, and our foreign tours also started in 58. So that way I really feel that it was most auspicious and very important that we could dedicate our dances in front of Lord Krishna and Radha in Govindji temple in 58. In Manipur, tradition of dance and music goes back to 2000 years. People, dance and music are part of their religious life, as each and every social and religious occasion is celebrated with dance and music. They had their ancient religion worshipping village gods. These are Lairemba and Lairembi. In each lane they have this village gods and ancestors worship and household deities. In Lai Haroba festival, Maibis, the priestesses, they dance the primitive concept of cosmology, and this, here these three are Maibis. They dance creation of earth, creation of human body, different activities of man, like weaving the cloth or building the house, agriculture, fishing. And while dancing this, the women folk, right from the age of 8 till 80 years, they follow whatever these priestesses are doing. So it's a traditional dance of Maibi, which is usually performed in April, May, month of April, May. Then this Maibi is, here he is a penna singer, a penna player and singer, and Maibis are there. There's a male Maibi, and the other two are Maibas. They do more of rituals. And next, he is the male Maibi from whom I had learned all the hand gestures and Maibi dance. And the other is Rajini Maibi. He was also very famous. The other forms are martial arts, Thangta, means dance with the sword and spear. And it's highly, actually, it's a traditional dance form, but very disciplined and very hard training they have to undergo. And these two forms, Thangta, are performed on Dashera day, on the 10th day of Navratra. So these are the traditional forms. Now in 1774, Maharaja Bhagya Chandra, he adopted Vaishnavism, the devotional cult of Hinduism, as advocated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was very benevolent king, Maharaja Bhagya Chandra. He collected the gurus and scholars, and he inspired them to create the new dance forms of Ras Leelas, the dance dramas, and Sankirtan, the form of an invocation, through Pungchalam, drum dance, and Kartal Chalam, the cymbal dance. Now, along with the religion, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the Shastras came, Vaishnav Shastras, like Govinda Lilamritam or Gita Chandrodaya, Bhakti Ratnakar, Sangit Sara Sangra, Anand Vrindavan Champu, and many Vaishnavite Shastras and Puranas, as well as Padavali literature, came with the religion. And Maharaja Bhagya Chandra inspired these gurus to take inspiration from these Shastras, and they created Sankirtan and Ras Leelas. Sankirtan. This is Sankirtan, where all the male dancers, Kartal with the Kartals, and 2 drum dancers are there, and others are Kartal players. And this is Ras Leela. It is done in the Govindji temple, where all the gopis, they dance in a circle, and idols of Lord Krishna and Radha are kept in the center. Now these Ras Leelas, there are 5 Ras Leelas depicting 5 depicting stories of Krishna, Radha and gopis, and 2 Ras Leelas depicting stories of childhood pranks of young Krishna. एक मिनट. हाँ, now संकीर्तन, एक मिनट फोटो बताओ तो संकीर्तन. हाँ, संकीर्तन. This is Sankirtan. It's a ritual अपना श्राद्ध ceremony, and it is performed in the mandap. It's a श्राद्ध ceremony. These 2 are drum dancers, and this drum dancing is very highly developed. The dance with the drum, and this is dance with the tartal, the big cymbals. They have to undergo training right from the childhood, and very hard training they have to undergo, and it's a Gurukul system there, and up till now also it is there. And I really feel that this Gurukul system, the knowledge which they get by staying and serving gurus, and the way they serve Guru and acquire knowledge from the Guru of dance and music, as well as the values of life also. So it's a wonderful experience staying with the Guru, learning whole day and night. There is no question of money at all, but they pay in kind. Now she is my Lata Sana, she is my senior most disciple. She is from Manipur. Now she had learned there in Manipur also, in Calcutta also, and in Bombay also. But she has experienced that how even from our Guru in Manipur she used to learn. And in Manipur also, when we used to go, I used to go, all the girls, all the students, they come in the morning at 5 o'clock, and then they practice, as well as they do all household work of Guruji, sweeping and washing clothes and cooking, everything. So it's a wonderful, I think the knowledge we get, that I also personally feel and believe that we in Bombay also, our Guruji used to come at my place at 7 o'clock in the morning, and till 6 o'clock he used to stay, and we used to read Shastras or do theory or practice, compose, everything till 7. So it was like 7 to 7. It was like Gurukul system only. So of course now in the class only, now she is my student. Now she is in Bombay. So she used to come only twice or once a week to learn. So it is different. The bond is also different, I think. The bond between Guru and Shishya in Gurukul system is very strong, very pure, and it's long lasting, permanent. Na? So that we don't find. Now this is in Gopras, 2 rasis depicting childhood pranks of young Krishna. This is in Govindji temple, Krishna and Balram. She is Jashoda. Now all the Krishna, Balram and cowherd boys, they go in the meadows, and there they dance, and then there they kill the demons, Dhenukasur and Bakasur, all young. Krishna is supposed to be very young. Now this is Ras Leela here. in village temple, Krishna and Radha's role is taken by young children according to Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavad. And there is a system over there that the parents, when the child gets well or ill, then they take a vow or promise to God that if he gets well, then I will make him Krishna or make him Radha, like that, make her Radha. So it's that way children, they take part in the Ras Leela and they arrange Ras Leela. This is in Govindji temple where they are dancing in circular formation, and it goes on. This Ras Leela and Sankirtan are the highest form of aesthetic expression of the religious feeling of the Vaishnavite people of Manipur. And these two, Sankirtan and Ras Leela, they go on for 8 to 10 hours in the temples, temple courtyard. So, and the devotional people of Manipur, they witness this Ras Leelas and they feel blessed that they have that vision of Krishna and Radha, and they experience that ecstatic joy, bhakti ras, and they shed tears of joy while seeing that. So this is the atmosphere in Manipur. When we go, I used to spend hours together seeing this Ras and Sankirtan. But now the problem is that in the theatre, we cannot bring the same thing in the theatre. So, now during last 100 years, the study of Shastras is gradually, it was diminishing, and as these Shastras, Vaishnavite Shastras, were written in Sanskrit language and in Bengali script. So, during this 100 years in the beginning of 20th century, they were not able to read or they were not following Shastras. So, this rich tradition was coming, started coming orally. And the gurus were very highly knowledgeable, but they used to just teach in Guru Shishya Parampara tradition all the knowledge. So, during 50s, we sisters and Guruji, we thought that we have to preserve, perpetuate and propagate the classicism of Manipuri dance and to bring from the temple to the theatre. So that was our main concern during 50s. So we started collecting the oral tradition from innumerable gurus. We wrote down, we recorded from many gurus the dance and music of Ras Leela and Sankirtan. Actually, these two forms are highly developed and classical. Others were traditional dances, this Lai Haroba, dance of priestess, or Thangta, martial arts. They are traditional dances. But these two are classical dance, which we specialized and in which we had worked all these years. So our main work has been to bring dances from the temples to the theatre without polluting its original form and spirit. So we started after collecting this oral tradition, we studied the Vaishnavite Shastras and ancient Indian texts and then correlated this oral tradition with the texts and established the scientific tenets underlying the oral tradition. Now, these gurus, all the gurus had kept this tradition alive, but they were not aware or conscious of the Sanskrit terms of the Shastras. They had their own technical terms in their own language, Manipuri language. So our work has been to correlate and find out, and scientifically, systematically, we found out the classical elements in the oral tradition, and taking root in it, we developed each classical element for the theatre. Now Guruji had so much knowledge of tradition as well as of Shastras and the Padavali literature, and he used to, and he had that creative ability. So he could compose and choreograph beautiful compositions in the framework of the tradition. Now we sisters, we started performing 2 hours recital since 1958, and in our 2 hours recital we had each item on different classical elements. So these are these 4 sisters here, and also we are here 4 sisters. This was illustrated weekly, the long back, in 50s, 60s, it was famous, Illustrated Weekly and Dharma Yug. So these photos are from there only. During that time it was taken. So we presented 2 hours recital, keeping in mind the demands of the modern theatre and the audience. So with relation to duration, in temples they used to perform for 8 to 10 hours. So within 2 hours we had to bring all the classical elements, then duration, and then of course choreography. There in temple it is done in the circular form, and for the stage, in proscenium stage, we have to change the compositions, and solo, duet, group we used to do on this stage. And the audience, in the temple, audience was devotional, so their attention was more on the creation of bhakti ras, evoking bhakti ras. But here in this stage, in the theatre, the audience, their expectation is more aesthetic experience as well as artistic experience. So all the demands are different, and it was a great challenge to dance for the stage, to compose, choreograph for the stage. And that's why since 60s I was going every year to Manipur with Guruji, and I remember every time we used to have discussion with the scholars, with the artists, with the gurus, and since 5 o'clock in the morning they used to come, and Guruji was very fond of and speaking. Of course, his way of speaking or impressing others was very good. So they were really enjoying Guruji's talk, and we tried. Guruji was also trying to explain to them and impress them that how we have brought this tradition to the theatre. If one simple dance we perform, for example, Swarmala Prabandh. Now people were thinking that this Swarmala is taken from the Bharatnatyam Jatiswaram, but it was not that. In the Ras Leela or in Sankirtan, they have songs of Swarmala, but we have just taken out each element and developed it. So that I used to demonstrate before the scholars or the gurus, artists, and the seminars they used to have. So that I used to show them that how we have taken root in the tradition and we are presenting in the theatre. So that has been a great challenge, because people of Manipur were conservative and we were non-Manipuris. We were called Mayang, foreigners in Manipuri language. So it was, and Guruji was also very keen, we were also keen that we should be accepted there by the gurus or artists or the people. So it was a great challenge for us. And so every time we used to go, we used to participate in the festival, in the conferences. So that's how. Now, about the form, I'll just show. Manipuri is very lyrical and graceful. You must have seen other dance styles also, Bharatanatyam and Kathak and other styles. Each of our classical dance style has its own characteristics and speciality. So in Manipuri, the movements are rounded, executed circularly, the hand movements go diagonally, continuous, one mingling into another like the waves of the sea. The movements of the torso is very important. So whatever we do, the movement starts from the navel part. It's the center of force, energy to the body. So whatever we do, we have to concentrate here that this stretch should come. There is always the up and down movement of the body. This, the ipom, that is the waves of the sea. And the hands do not go above the head or below the knees. The feet and knees are always kept close to each other. Now, we have two basic divisions of Lasya, the feminine, and Tandava, the masculine. In Lasya, these are the restrictions. In Tandava, in Krishna Tandava, which is the counterpart of Lasya, having the same restriction except that it has more of jumping. Whatever we do, the jump is there, and sitting movements. So this is the difference of Krishna Tandava. And in Cholam Tandava, dance with the drum, they have feet and knees apart and more forceful movements are there, acrobatic movements are there. In the Pung Cholam, dance with the drum, and in Kartal Cholam, it is a Tandava, form of Tandava, Cholam Tandava, but it is more of heaviness and majestic movements are there, dance with the cymbals. So these two are main divisions. So Guruji developed the Tandava aspect, masculine aspect, taking inspiration from these two forms of drum dance and Kartal Cholam, cymbal dance, and created and made the Tandava very forceful. We can show, ek minute. How Guruji took inspiration from the Pung Cholam. This is Kartal Cholam. Ta, dhin ta, ta ta ta, dhin ta, ta 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 gra gra, dhin ta, ta, dhin. This is playing of the Kartal, but here in dance we show ta 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 gra gra, dhin ha. And Cholam ka kuch? Ta ta. Ta, gragin, gin, ta, 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 te, gragin, ta, te, gragin, ta, de, gragin, ta. Tatin, trakatin, tati, gintin, tatin, trakatin, ten, ta, that. Gin, ha. This is originally with the drum, but Guruji took the inspiration from this because in Manipur traditionally this particularly the Amudon Sharma, Guru Amudon Sharma, He was Natpala Guru and then became Rajdhari, means Ras Guru. So whatever he did was inspiration from the Cholom Tanda, Pung Cholom. So Guruji was mainly follower of Amudon Sharma's Gharana, and he developed his Gharana by composing and taking inspiration from Cholom. So our items which Guruji composed was full of variety of movements, force. So whenever we did Tanda, it was very forceful. And Lasya, of course, if we do slowly, then it needs more balance, control, restraint. So Manipuri is more of introvert, unlike Bharatanatyam. In Bharatanatyam, everything is expressional, outwardly. But we have everything introvert. And that devotion should be there. So we used to dance. We are dancing in the theatre, but with that devotional fervor that is there. So theatre is temple for us. So that's what we used to tell them, and they gradually accepted it. Now in dance, Nartan, according to the Shastras, we have 3 divisions. Nritta, the pure dance, which are based on talas, time measures, and rhythm patterns which do not convey any meaning. The other is Nritya, the interpretative dance, in which we convey the meaning through meaning of the song and sentiment of the song through facial expression, hand gestures and body movements. And third is Natya, in which we interpret the theme of the story through 4 abhinayas, Angik, Vachik, Aharya, Satvik. So that is the Ras Leela. And Nritta and Nritya, pure dance. Now in pure dance, I'll show you one it's video. It's a composition on Tal Tevda of 7 beats and 3 stresses. Here's Guruji playing harmonium. This particular piece is Pontha Jagoi, composition in Lasya and Tanda.
Kistyaipyam kanistikam girivaram babhre trivangim dadhat yo lokatrayo samsritim vitanuti tasmai sharangine.
very old video, no? That's why it's not coming clear. This is just to show how complicated rhythm patterns Guruji used to compose. Very difficult in 7 weeks. It's okay. Now this was Nritya, the pure dance, which did not convey any meaning. Nritya, in which we interpret the meaning of the song and the sentiment of the song through facial expressions, hand gestures and body movements. Gurus of Manipur had taken inspiration from the natural elements as well as animals and birds, and we will show Guruji's gates.
गुरुजी थोड़ी चलो में जो गतियाँ करते हैं वो थोड़ा दिखाएंगे, जैसा गजगति या हंस प्रथम गजगति करें।
Gajagati, gait of an elephant, the heaviness of the body, showing the heavy gait of an elephant. Hans, swan, gait of swan. Bakagati, stork, gait of stork, catching the fish.
Bakagati.
Catching the fish. Kawa, the gate of crow. Now, as Manipuris are followers of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, out of 9 sentiments which we have, like sentiment of valor, sentiment of fear, sentiment of disgust and all that. But out of these 9 sentiments, Shringara, the sentiment of love, it predominates, and sublimated sentiment of love in our Bhakti Ras, it's very important. And Manipuris, they follow the 64 divisions of sentiment of love. I'm not going too much in details. And 64 divisions of Naika Bhedas, the states of heroine in love. Now actually other dance styles, they have 8 Naika Bhedas, but we have divisions 64 because each Naika has 8 divisions. Here I will show you a very small portion of Naika Bhedas. First is Utkanthita Naika, where Radha is heartbroken as Krishna has not come. She waits and when she loses all hope of his arrival, she is Vipralabdha Naika. She discards all her ornaments and destroys the flower bower or her ornaments. And when Krishna comes in the morning, seeing the marks of love play on his body, Radha asks him to go away. It's a very small piece in this 3 Naika Vedas. And you just note the style of singing. It is called Natashaishak style, which is, it creates, it enhances the sentiment, the emotion of separation. You just note that. Loud cut. Yeah, the beauty is that Even as Radha is Uttama Naika, her abhinaya, her expressions are subdued, restrained, dignified and suggestive. So even in her jealousy and anger, there is underlying pathos. So that is the beauty of Manipuri dance style. If you will see other dance style, Khandita, then they will use different movements of the face. In jealousy also, it's more of Lokadharmi. Ours is more of Natya Dharmi. It's more suggestive, more subdued. Now in Natya, we present, Guruji had composed the Ras Leela of 4 hours into half an hour for our stage presentation. For example, in Vasant Ras, we keep the story, but more importance is given to the story part, the abhinaya, and even dance. Otherwise, in Manipur, when they do Ras Leela, it goes on for 4 hours. We cannot make out the different movements or because its repetition is there and they do it also slowly. So this is Vasant Ras. Then Guruji composed dance drama taking Krishna's stories. Here Radha has taken the guise of cowherd boy to meet Krishna. She is Radha, Ranjana, myself here is Krishna. So it's a dance drama of half an hour. Then we also did Chitrangada of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. It's a very old, during 80s, 70s. I am Arjun over there and Kalavati is, I think, Chitrangada. So these dance dramas. Now the drum, Pung. Pung is the soul of Manipuri dancing, the drum. As all our dances are composed on the stress and unstress of the structure of the syllables of the drum. In Manipur, male artists, they dance with the drum in Sankirtan and they sit and play the drum in the Ras Leelas. So female, women artists, they are not supposed to play. Women are not supposed to touch the drum. But Guruji was very particular and he believed strongly that the dancer has to know how to play the drum, the syllables of the drum, which will give dancers more depth and understanding while dancing. So he introduced in our 3 academies in Bombay, Calcutta and Manipur, girls playing the drum. And it really gives that understanding and depth and confidence while dancing. It was really helpful, 1 minute, that when I had gone with one Manipuri girl on the ship to Lakadi Islands, and we were supposed to dance in the night on the ship. So during the day, that ship captain, he asked for the music. So we said, we have got these spools at that time, in 70s, it was spool. So we showed him, no, it won't, we can't play this. We have to play cassette. So we two, in one item I played, she sang. In another item she sang, I played. She played and I sang. So that's how we recorded half an hour program and then we danced in the night on that cassette. So it was that way we were saved. Otherwise, just in the mid of sea, it was not possible. Otherwise, we would have stuck. So it's very interesting, and when we play this item, it also becomes very popular. But in Manipur, it was difficult in the beginning. So we, instead of wearing this fanek, we wore dhoti, pajam, and then we played. So gradually they accepted. One item that was also taken during 80s, or we'll show you small item. I don't know kaun sa hai. Mridang vadan. Throughout the year in Manipur, we have different festivals having different dance and music forms. For example, in the month of April, in the Holi festival, we have dances with different percussion instruments like dhol, the big round drum, then dholak or dafat, hexagonal drum, or khanjari, two sides of the drum. So it's a very popular, very famous, worth seeing festival, Holi, in the month of April. Then in May, of course, they have Lai Horava festival of Maibis. Here this is in June, Ratha Yatra festival, when idols of Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra, they are seated on the chariot, and people, they, on the first day, they pull the chariot, and during the night they have clap dance by women. These are clap dance by women, and Nipaku Bakechai by men. They are also dancing, and Kavi Jaydev's the Shavta Stuti, they sing along with. So daily they have this Rath Yatra till 11 अभी चलता है, खत्म हो गया. अच्छा अच्छा. So it's just over, this festival. So daily they have to eat khichdi. 8 days. So daily in the night they have khichdi, and and they enjoy, the people, all the young girls and boys, they all participate in this festival in the indigenous atmosphere. But of course, Guruji has composed items on for the stage, the clap dance as well as dance with the cymbals. Cymbal dance is done in Chulan Yatra, in the when idols of Krishna and Radha are kept on the swing, and they pull the swing, and then they dance with sing and dance with the cymbals. And as I told in the beginning, that right from the birth of a child till death, in all the social occasions like birth of a child or giving name to the child, or piercing the ears, Karnabhed ceremony, or Annaprashan, giving food to the child for the first time, or Upanayan, Janoi, and threads ceremony, and marriage, death, Shraddha. They have to do Sankirtan, dance with the drum and Tarkal Chalam. So each and every occasion, social occasion, they have this, and this is marriage. Now here in marriage also, the bridegroom, he sits, but the bride, she has to, with the song and the tala, she takes 7 rounds. In each round, she puts flower on the bridegroom's head, and in the last round, she gives a garland, flower garland to the bridegroom. So bridegroom, they have to just sit and rest. And she walks, and even they used to do chali dance while taking the round. So even if in Manipur for last 60 years more importance is given to the stage presentation in the theatres, the dance and music is part of their daily life. It's woven in the fabric of their lives for last so many years, and now also it is there, everything is there. So you really feel that, of course, now in the stage presentation also, many groups used to do show the culture of Manipur by doing items of Ras Leela, one item, then Sankirtan, then Lai Haroba, then Thangta. So they, in order to give overall culture of Manipur, the groups used to do before, for last 25 years, and for last 20 years, young dancers, they are doing new productions, taking different stories other than Krishna stories, and they take help and use the other forms of dance like martial arts, Thangta, or Lai Haroba, or even over and above Ras and Sankirtan. So this has been the whole trend during last 60 years, but the dance and music, the child in Manipur, the child grows in the atmosphere of dance and music. So that has been the still continuing, and it's really fascinating. Still now, when I also go, it's wonderful to see in the temple courtyard hours together, Ras or Sankirtan. We never get tired of that. But this is other world. In the theater, it's different. It's difficult to get that atmosphere or that devotional fervor of the people. I'm really very happy to have been given this opportunity to share with you our experiences in the field of classical Manipuri dance. So I hope I have been able to create little interest for the classical Manipuri dance in you. Thank you so much.
Bipino